What's up, guys? Fens the Spook coming back at you after a little absence here. Been a little while. I do apologize about the repeated lack of content, but you know, it's one of those things. I'm not going to abandon the channel. It might not be a frequent posting channel, but I will always be posting several times during the year. Hopefully more than that, right? But I missed you guys. Did you miss me? Of course you did. So we had a couple new subs to the channel, even despite the lack of videos coming out. So welcome to the new folks, welcome to the clan, to our little fireside chats here. And on that note, I suppose I wanted to say something before we get going here. If any of you guys have your own channels, you know, feel free to hit me up with a message or in the comments. I'll be happy to check it out. I like watching other people's pull videos and kind of their collections and stuff like that. So yeah, so go with a little view bait here. The CGC videos always do good, right? So go ahead and show off some of the stuff I bought lately. I kind of went a little bit crazy. Not in the sense of like, you know, well, I mean, it's all relative, I guess. But I didn't spend like, you know, a fortune or anything. But I'm kind of getting into some murky waters. I bought some weird stuff. And I'm kind of getting into that realm where you're starting to buy things almost with no rhyme or reason other than that they're just cool. And that's really dangerous. But, you know, we'll talk about that as we get to it. So first up, my first CBCS graded comic ever is the Conan #1 we see here, 7.5 white pages. I bought it graded. I do not actually have a CBCS account. I've never submitted with them before. They're kind of the new rising star in the grading scene as opposed to CGC. They do have some pretty good pedigree. The guy who runs CBCS used to run CGC or be one of the guys running CGC. So, you know, and their turnaround times are were a little bit quicker. They've kind of added some new spark to the industry. They give free graders notes with their grading, where CGC used to charge, so now CGC kind of started doing the free graders notes. So a little competition introduced into the market, I think, was a good thing. But yeah, so this is Conan the Barbarian #1. I actually already had one of these, kind of a raw copy, maybe a fine, maybe a little less than a fine. And I don't know why I wanted this slab. This is one of those books I just wanted in a CGC or CBCS slab. You know, can't really say why. I just think it presents nice. I think this thing, I mean, just, you know, look at it. It just presents, it's really like this nice solid piece. It presents good. It's nice and bright. You got first appearance of Conan, first appearance of Kull. So it's actually, technically, a double first appearance. It just looks real good. It's a nice book. It presents well, and I like the label on the CBCS. So I might do a little more with them in the future. Their grading seems to be pretty stingy, which is actually what you want in a grading company. You don't want them handing out grades that are, you know, just pleasurable to look at, but not necessarily accurate. I won't name any names, but, you know, two of the grading companies out there kind of have that reputation. But so yeah, a little Roy Thomas story, some Barry Windsor Smith art. Apparently there's some other artists that has up here. John Verporten and Dan Adkins, don't know who those are. Didn't realize there was any other artists in this issue. Maybe the colorers or inkers or something like that. But yeah, this is Barry Windsor Smith art. Real easy to tell by the face. He's got this kind of strange look to the faces. Almost a little bit of Kirby going on, right, in the background with the Kirby power stuff he used to draw with the little dots everywhere. I don't know. So this is a little Kirby-esque, but it's cool. Yeah, so Conan #1, 7.5, just kind of a nice grade. Price was real good. So yeah, there we go. Turn that over real quick so you can see the back. Not that. Oop, hello. About to lose something here. Turn it over so y'all can see the back. Not much to see here. But again, you get a little bit of cooler notes than you do with CGC. You know, it tells you the story title. It makes a point that there's a Hyborian page with the history and map of Conan's world in it. So, you know, just a couple of cool notes you get with the CBCS books that you don't get with the CGC. Kind of something to note here, the date stamp. I don't know if they took off for that or not. I'm going to have to get an account and look the grader's notes up on this book to find out. I don't think they grade down for that on stuff that comes from the newsstand, but, you know, I'm not sure. So anyway, yeah, Conan #1, CBCS, 7.5. Cool little pickup there. Again, it is a replacement for my raw copy, which I will now supposedly sell to make the money back. But knowing me, I probably will just hoard it. So what you got here is some, like I said, this is the dangerous territory. A friend of mine who's a dealer got in a nice stack of Golden Age and Silver Age stuff, and I kind of just started buying it. You know, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one. I don't collect Spangled War. I guess you could say I collect dinosaur covers and dragon covers, but I don't make like a hard habit of it. So it's kind of one of those things where, you know, you can't collect everything. I can't collect Justice League. I can't collect Superman and also Batman and also Green Lantern and all this other stuff, man. I mean, I already collect all this DC horror. I already collect checkerboards. I already collect, Halloween covers. So just one more thing to start collecting. But yeah, here we are. I do collect dinosaur covers, and I do really like this cover. This one's actually a Neil Adams. We got Star Spangled War 137. Dinosaur attacking a PT boat. Hopefully the glare is cool. Looks good from my end. You guys will let me know, I'm sure. Like I said, Neil Adams cover. I really like these old war stories with the dinosaur covers on, and the interiors are really wacky. They're like Godzilla movies almost. So that was cool. I like the creature features. So yeah, like I said, Neil Adams cover, Star Spangled War number 137. Here we have another companion piece to it. This is Star Spangled War 134. Oh, no, wait, I got these backwards. Or no, I didn't. That was the Neil Adams. This one is somebody else. I'm not sure who this is. The signature's over here. This is not a Neil Adams cover, but I think the 137 we just showed was the last of the dinosaur covers. This one predates it by a couple issues. Again, just what appears to be a similar style monster, just, monging on the PT boat there. So, pretty cool stuff. I don't know. Like I said, it's one of those things that... Actually, I think I had it right the first time. There's some of those. It's one of those things where I can't tell you why it's cool. It's just something I really like. And a buddy was kind of watching me as I bought these, and he said, "Man, you just buy anything that's old and cool." And I was kind of like, I didn't want to just say yes because that's basically all of comics, but it is unfortunately the way this seems to be going. My tastes seem to diversify and never shrink. Also, as you know, I collect checkerboards. Yet another thing I collect. So here we got a Batman 186, not a Carmine Infantino cover. Again, not really a Batman head, not 100% sure who this artist is. Pretty cool, though. It's apparently first appearance of Gaggy. I'm not making that up. That little clown prince guy there to the left. He's Joker's assistant or helper before Harley Quinn comes along, and his name's Gaggy. And apparently this is his first appearance. Moving on. Like I said, I'm not really a Batman fan, and I'm certainly not a fan of a character called Gaggy. Alright, what do we got here? Batman 187, just a nice giant size. I like the giant size. Let me move these. Actually, I think those are kicking up some glare on the other books. A nice giant size here, 187. I like these. They're good value if you ever read them. They take a little while. A modern comic you can breeze through pretty quick. These guys will take you a little while. Retell a lot of the old, Batman stuff. So anyway, like I said, not really a Batman guy. I more collect these because they're nice, pretty high-grade copies of, some checkerboards. I'd say very fine, very fine, 7, 8. These are pretty nice, especially with that square-bound. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to get this. This might be just a total waste here, but if you can see that square-bound there, that's pretty rare to get them with that binding being... I don't think that's coming through, so I'll just quit wasting time. But yeah, it's pretty rare to get the square-bounds with the binding looking so good. So that was a couple Silver Age books I picked up. Now we're getting into the deep waters here, the Golden Age stuff. So, Dell 4-Color, number 878. No, I don't collect Dell 4-Color. No, I don't collect Dell. No, I don't collect Peanuts comics. However, this is unofficially, or officially, because it is listed in the Overstreet Guide, this is Peanuts number 1. It is Dell 4-Color, 878. I don't know the year. I'm wishing I'd looked that up now, but it's late 50s, early 60s. I mean, it's 10-cent cover, so, it might be even earlier than that. But I fell in love with the cover. I'm not even really a Snoopy, Charlie Brown guy, but this kid and his dog just kicking it, watching the TV, I just really like it. There's something simple, old school Americana about it. It's actually kind of an expensive book, and I wasn't going to move on it. I was kind of trying to figure out a way to come up with money for this, because I don't know. Certain things you don't mind paying cash out of your pocket for. Certain things you're like, I'd feel better if I traded on that. I don't want to pay what the value on it is. It's real beat up. I mean, I'll bring it in. You can see it's got some. Let me see, make sure the glare doesn't get too bad. But it's got some corner bends there. It's an old book and it's a kid's book, so it's my lighting is causing me to look like an albino. I mean, I'm pretty white, but my hand just probably blinded some folks there. Apologies. But anyway. So I was looking at the book. I was trying to make a deal with the guy on it. Hey, I'll trade you this and that kind of stuff. And then I opened it, and it turns out this book is not only detached, I believe, at least one staple, maybe both, but there's an interior page that is covered with red marker or something. It's not paint, but it's not like pen. It's something much thicker than that, but not as thick as paint. I don't know what it is, but there's an entire page in this book that's ruined. The guy was really pissed off, not at me. Obviously, I didn't do it, but, you buy something like this, it's kind of an expensive book, and then you find out that this book's basically trashed. So he just gave it to me for what he paid for it, so he said. It was much, much lower than what he was asking before we opened it. So kind of a warning out there, guys. I mean, it's a little bit awkward when this stuff happens, I'm not going to lie. When you open a book up and it's ruined, and the guy trying to sell it to you either didn't know or says he didn't know. In this case, he genuinely didn't know. But it's a little awkward, but you got to do it. You got to check your books, man. I almost bought a First Teen Titans this last week, and then when I opened it, the interior 3 pages fell out. So just a little word of warning anyway. Dell 4-color 878 Peanuts #1. Awesome cover. More random Golden Age. I don't collect Gangbusters. I don't collect crime books. What am I doing buying this stuff? I have no idea. It's Gangbusters #3. It's just an old DC cover from the Golden Age. I loved the cover. I don't have a lot of Golden Age. This was definitely, it's really nice too. Again, oops, that was terrible, sorry. I know the glare's bad. I gotta figure something out with these lights, but anyway, you can probably get an idea there. That book is really high grade for a Golden Age book. It's like gotta be a fine, like 6 or 6.5. It's beautiful looking. Got a little bit of a chip here. It's just, I don't know, how many of these are there? I don't know. That's kind of what I meant when I said earlier I'm getting into some deep waters here. I am just buying Golden Age. Another buddy of mine and I were talking. He said, you're just buying, what are you buying? Like, what'd you buy this stuff for? And I said, I guess I'm just buying cool Golden Age. And he was like, yeah, so all of it? Which is basically the point. There's so much cool Golden Age. All of it's sick. Even the kids' books are sick looking. They're just so amazing. The art is just so cool. It's so timely. Yeah, it's just one of those things. I just bought this just to buy it, just to have some Golden Age crime book that wasn't in bad shape. It's got an S on it for Saturday, Sunday, maybe even Thursday, don't know. A couple of the books from this time period have those W's, T's, and S's, M's and F's. I believe they're days of the week, based upon what I've seen. So yeah, a little newsstand mark there. But again, that's just part of the history. So Gangbusters #3. These two are kind of the prize, prize comics. These two are the prizes of the next two of the purchase. This is a Jack Kirby and Joe Simon horror book that they put out called Black Magic. It's really wild stuff, man. I mean, it's not EC level. There's nothing like, and these are actually, I think, just slightly post code, or I think these are in 53, and the code came out in 51. These might be a little earlier. Anyway, they're really good shape. I actually had this particular one in a previous, in my collection previously, but it was so wrecked I was even afraid to take it out of the bag. This one is in real nice shape. A real cool Kirby cover. As you can see, the little ghoulies at the bar and stuff like that. Just really sweet looking. I like this book a lot. It's very strange looking. The guy's in a little ghost tavern. And like I said, it's Kirby and Simon art. It's their own little horror magazine. They did some reprints of this in the 70s with DC, called also Black Magic, but under DC rather than Prize. So that's, yeah, Black Magic #21 in really amazingly good shape for a Golden Age book, or really any vintage book. And then here we have Black Magic 25, same situation. Cover's not quite as inspiring. We got some odd white stain there. I don't know what that is, like almost like a whiteout or something, but it's, and, I mean, you take what you got, I mean, it's Golden Age. These things aren't going to look beautiful. Let me see if I can bring this one in. But I mean, still, this has got to be a 5 or a 6. I mean, it's just so good looking, so cool. I mean, you're talking, soon this stuff will be almost 100 years old. God, I just love Golden Age. But this is dangerous waters, man, because there's no coming up once you go this deep. You know what I mean? There's nothing, there's no rhyme or reason to it, I mean, every Golden Age book I see now I want, and it's just one of those things you got to be really careful messing with this stuff.